What's up, Goody Fam? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful simple pinafore top. If this is what you're interested in, I bet you keep on watching. Without further ado, let's dive into the video. For this top, I'm using half yard of fabric. I folded my material into two. Then I go ahead and also fold it again into two, making it 4 because I want to cut the front and back together. So I go ahead to draw my shoulder line, and on the shoulder line I get my neck measurement. The neck width is 3 inches, and I'll get the back neck width, which is 1 inch. I'll be cutting the front and back together. On the shoulder line I come down by 3 inches and connect it to the neck width, which is for my front neckline. So I've gotten the front and back neckline. The upper one is for the back neckline, while the down one is for the front neckline. So next is my shoulder measurement. I'll be using 8 inches for my shoulder measurement. From the point of 8 inches, I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope and connect it to the neck width point. After connecting it from the point of shoulder slope, I'll get my full top length. I'll be using 16 for my main top length. Then I'll be using 2 inches for seam allowance. I added 1 inch for extra 1 inch for seam allowance. And from the shoulder slope line, I'll add 1 inch extra for seam allowance because I'll be folding it. Then I'll connect the line from the shoulder slope down to the seam allowance. Then on the shoulder slope line, I will make a new line there. That will be for my seam allowance when I'm folding the shoulder. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Please watch the way I'm cutting it out so you don't make any mistake. So now for the neck, I'm going to cut out the back neckline first. So when I'm done, I'll remove the inner one. This is for my back. Then I will use the front one to cut out my front neckline. Please don't make the mistake of cutting the front neckline together with the back one. If not, you've already damaged the material. So you have to cut out the back neckline first. When you remove the inner one, then you cut out the front neckline. So after cutting it, then we'll get another pieces to cut out what we'll be using to turn the neckline. Some people can use bias, but I prefer using the same material to turn my neckline because of the shoulder. So I will use these pieces now to trace out the neckline. I'll also do the same thing to the front side by using another material to turn the neckline. If you don't know how to turn the neckline with another material, comment on the comment section. I will make a separate video for that. So when I'm done cutting what I'll be using to turn the neckline, the next thing I'll do is I'll pick up the back side. Then I'll make an opening like 3 inches. This is because I want to use button on it. I don't want to use zip. So I'll open up this. I'll also make the same opening on the material that I will use to turn the neckline. So I'm using a bias to make my buttonhole. So when I fold the bias, then I'll place it from the beginning of the neckline. Then I'll use pin to hold it so it doesn't move when I'm stitching it. So after holding the lining with pin, I'll go ahead to sew it. I'll only sew from here to this point. I will not sew the shoulder line. Also, I'll do the same thing on the other side. For the front side, I'll also repeat the same thing by turning the neckline with the pieces that I've already cut. So I'm heading to the sewing machine to sew it and come back. I'm done joining the shoulder and also turn the neckline. You see how beautiful and neat it's turning out. So also for my button, I already made the button loop. At the end of the video, I'll attach a button to it so that when I close it, it sits properly. So next thing now I'll do is to fold the side. I'll be using 1/2 inch to fold it, just the way I am doing. I'll go to the sewing machine and fold it. After folding this side, the next thing you do is to fold the 2 hem side. That is when you've already done folding the side. So I'll be taking it to the sewing machine to sew it, then I'll come back. So I'm done folding it. I also went ahead to cut and sew the strap. You know the pinafore has 4 straps. 2 straps at the back, while 2 at the front. So I'll fold the rough edge like so. Then I'll place it from the starting point of the hemline. I'll be using pin to hold it. The reason why I'm folding it from the starting point so that when I tie it, it will lap properly. So after pinning it, I will sew from this first edge to the other side. Then I'll also repeat the same thing to the other side of the strap by using pin to hold it before I will go to sew it. So now I'll be going to the sewing machine to sew it off camera. Then I'll come back and show you the finishing part. This is it. I'm done sewing it. See how beautiful and simple it is. This is a DIY. You can make it on your own. It's very beautiful. So if you find this helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.